Hi guys, happy February. You know what that means, right? Y'all, I actually love February so much because I love Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day simply because I love the color combination of red and pink. Pink is my favorite color of all time. I'm actually pretty obnoxious about it, but as I should be. I read romance books around Valentine's Day because that for me is like the best way to get into any season. I have 2 romance books on my shelf right now that I've been wanting to read for a while, so that's what we're going to get around to finally. But we're going to be reading 2 books in this video. The first one I started last night. It's called Fly With Me. Can you see her? It's basically like all I really knew about this going into it was that it stars one of the girls is afraid of flying, so it starts like she's on the airplane, she's freaking out, and then the other girl is the co-pilot of the plane. I got 50 pages into this yesterday and I'm already obsessed, and honestly I just have really high hopes at this point because I love it so much already and we're only 50 pages in. Let me get the second book that I'm going to be reading so I can show y'all and not leave you in suspense. Oh, excuse me. Okay, the second book I'm going to be reading, I'm so hype about. It is this book called Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, which sounds suspiciously similar to Taylor Swift's lyric in that song, Dress. It's actually verbatim, the lyric, so. But anyway, I don't even really know what it's about, but it just looks so cute. It's giving Princess and the Pauper vibes. Do you understand that? Like Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. Just imagine that, okay? So basically, I wanted to do this one second because I figured that would be my favorite, but I'm already loving this, so I just have such high hopes for these reading plans. So that is what these next few days are gonna look like. They look really cute together too. Look, they're both purple. I'm so excited. I don't know what to wear today. Does that look cute? I can't tell. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this. I didn't want to do that. Why did I do that? Hello folks, just got back from work just moments ago. It is around 6 p.m. now, but I wanted to give you a little update on Fly With Me. So something crazy happened, which is I inhaled this. I literally, there's no other way to say it. Like I took a breath and I was 200 pages in. I did not think this is exactly where we were going. Like I didn't understand how obsessed and like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize the territory I was entering. You know the feeling when you're reading a good romance book, and I feel like I haven't had this feeling in a while, so this is just like making me so giddy inside. But when you're reading a good romance book and you just can't put it down. Like last night, it was nearing like 10:30. I hadn't even eaten dinner yet. I hadn't had my TV time as I must, because I'm like a little toddler. I actually need to have TV time. I even put it down for a period of time and was like, I'm done. And then I went back to it. I couldn't even help myself. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Like I love feeling this way about a book. Like as soon as I woke up this morning, I was just so pissed that I had to go to work because I couldn't sit around and read this all day. This just has the exact same feeling of reading an extremely long fan fiction in the middle of the night. Okay, that energy. If you know, you know. I just couldn't stop. I just really believed these characters' chemistry. I also really like that it touches upon heavy things, like the things that they're both dealing with their families and their own like mental illnesses. Like one of the characters has depression and anxiety, and I feel like that's been handled very well. It's also just comforting to read about something like that in a romance book and to just like see someone comfort the other over something like that, because it's something she's so insecure about, which I think anyone who suffers from any sort of like, you know, mental illness can understand the gravity of that. And what I didn't know going into this too is that it has the fake dating trope. Who was gonna tell me? That is my favorite trope of all time. It's actually giving me that feeling that I'm scared and nervous to pick this up again because I don't want it to end so soon. I'll definitely read some more tonight. It's pretty, you know, early in the night, so we've got time. I'm just like a little too invested, I think. Because I'm just sitting here, I'm like thinking about the characters and like their personalities and their quirks and how much I adore them. Like, they're not real. Heads up. I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but I do have off tomorrow, so let's be real. The odds are is that I'll finish this by tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. It's actually around like 12:30. Now I'm just going to journal a little bit. I just have this like bullet journal. So for me, I have like this little books read shelf. I also have a movie watch list. I also have different trackers on just things I've wanted to track and like see visually. Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging around for today. I don't have any huge plans. I'm trying to drink a bunch of water because I'm going to donate my plasma tomorrow. I also have work tomorrow, 12 to 6, and I have rehearsal at 7. So tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. So today, I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna finish my book today, but I have not picked it up yet because I seriously don't want it to be over. Oh my gosh, the part I ended on last night, I was so not ready for what I was about to be fed. It has just been so good. Like, I absolutely love it. But yeah, we're just gonna journal a little bit. That's really it. I woke up this morning, y'all, from like such a bad dream. It was so scary and it felt so real that I woke up and I had so much anxiety. I try to meditate every day. That's actually, look, I'll show you. That's actually a habit of mine. I've been trying to be good at and good with tracking it. So immediately this morning I meditated for 20 minutes. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let's fill out our journal. Okay, y'all, I think it's time. I just spent some time watching YouTube. I drank my Red Bull. There she is. She's empty now. And I just can't think about anything else but reading this book right now. But every time I think about picking it up, I get a literal like wash of anxiety through me, like, and I feel it in my chest, like real life anxiety because of this fictional book. I'm gonna reread this like at some point in my life, but I'll never be able to read it for the first time again, and that is just like the biggest tragedy of all. I'm so tired of this. Third act conflicts in romance books are actually gonna take years off of my life. Like, this is actually physically and mentally like deteriorating me. I don't even, like, I'm having heart palpitations. Someone send help, please. Okay, the rumors are true. I finished Fly With Me. Just, I'm not gonna lie, I had a slight mental break once the third act conflict rolled around. Yeah, that was rough for me. But other than that, I ended up giving this book 5 stars. Okay, on Goodreads, like, I rounded it up to 5 stars, but it's like a 4.5 for me. But no, it's not. Like, it's a 5-star. Like, it's a 5-star experience. As far as romance books go, like, this is a 5-star romance book for me. It had so many things that I love in it. It had so many tropes that I love in it. Characters were so good. I mentioned, like, the fake dating, but it had, like, hurt / like comfort vibes. There was just so much that was so great. Like, even though part of the fake dating was, like, unhealthy in a way, I actually really liked that it was born out of their insecurities, so they got to like explore that together in the end, right? The only reason it's like technically like a 4.5, if we're gonna be technical about it, is because I feel like the ending wrapped up too quickly for me. Like I would have loved an extra 50 or so pages, and it's not the fact that like the conflict wrapped up so quickly, like I'm fine with that, but I do just wish there was more at the end, because like it was like the conflict was solved and then it kind of just like ended and we had a little epilogue moment. Can we start having like just at least like 50 can we have like a 50 chapter epilogue? Like, can that start being a thing? I don't really know why, like we just have to, like, can we just keep these good vibes going? But other than that, I literally love this so much, I just don't even want to move on. I would pick up the other romance book I have. Wait, it's right here. I would pick up this tonight, but I literally don't think I'm ready. But yeah, I just thought this was so sweet. I also loved the fact that, like, you know, our one character, Olive, is afraid of flying, and then Stella is a pilot, and that's a huge part of this story as well, is Stella helping Olive overcome this fear of hers. Oh, I just loved it so much. I'm having like cute aggression, but towards this book. Y'all know the feeling like when you read a good romance book, it's like, oh, I need to read 100 more books like this. So anyway, I'm just going to ride out the rest of the night, make myself dinner. I don't really know what else. You know, just hang around and try to heal. Okay, guess I have to go on with my life now. Cool. I need to fix my Speak Now cardigan. Maybe I should just hand sew it. It's so tiny. This is a task I've literally needed to accomplish for like the past 5 months, and it's taking me this long. It's taking me until now. And watch how long it takes. I bet you a max of 10 minutes. I did it. Look, it's all fixed. Good morning. So I missed my appointment this morning. That was super cool. I actually like literally woke up at 6 a.m. and then I kept sleeping, and then I kept like being like, you can get up now if you want to, but then I didn't though. I did not want to get up. I was so tired. I didn't want to get up. Let me pause this. So I decided that wasn't for me, which is really unfortunate, but now I have an hour until work, so I've been eating Cheerios. Okay, I'm gonna get some light makeup on my face today. I honestly think I'm just gonna do like powder so I'm not super shiny, and blush and brush my eyebrows. I don't really like have any energy to do anything else. Also, I wanted to tell y'all, last night I joined this new library. Currently have 3 library cards from all the previous places I've lived and the place I live right now. And it's honestly so convenient to have so many library cards, because like when certain copies aren't available at one library, they'll be available at another library, or the wait time is different. I saw this one yesterday. It was on like, I don't know what it was on Twitter, I think maybe. So it was on Twitter, and it's called the Queer Liberation Library. And I'll put a link down below if you want to sign up. Nevertheless, I was scrolling through it last night and I love it because there were so many titles that I had never ever heard about. Like I was scrolling on there for like hours just reading the synopsis of all these different books I had never heard of before. And I feel like they had a lot of like independently published books that I had never heard of before. What is that noise? Okay, I feel better now. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to ignore that. Yeah, they had so many things that I found, and now I'm just like so excited about it. It just makes me really happy. Like, I don't know, I've been having this feeling lately where like, because I consume so much book content and I'm around people who also consume books and book content like at work and stuff, and I mean it's a huge part of my life. Sometimes I just feel left out because I don't like participate in reading like a lot of popular series, but also just like popular romance books in general, because I kind of refuse to read straight romance books. And honestly, it's just because we live in a heteronormative society, and I've seen all the straight stories I need to see, and I want to read books about people like myself and stories like my life. Like if I'm reading like a lit fic or a horror or just a story that has a romance subplot and it's a straight couple, like I'm not gonna like fucking put the book down and refuse to read it. But if I'm reading a romance or even like, I mean, honestly, in every book I search for sapphic stories, but I can kind of feel like isolating in the book community when like everyone's consuming straight stories and that's all they talk about. Like I really find comfort in the other people on TikTok and stuff that talk about like their favorite sapphic romances. But yeah, I don't know. It can feel like really isolating because it's like I'm not keeping up with the trends, or like no one's reading, or it feels like no one's reading, or like popular creators aren't reading the romance books and the fantasy books that I'm reading because they're not seeking out that content, which I understand to an extent. But I don't know, I hope like in some sense like I can kind of create that space for other people that feel this way, because it kind of just feels like a bummer sometimes. I'll list some of my favorite queer creators in the comments, and you know, feel free to show them all love this Valentine's Day. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do because I don't want to look at my face anymore. My shift today is pretty short. It's only 6 hours. Hopefully I'll live. I'm gonna try to mix this like REM Beauty with a chapstick. Oh my god, is today the 8th? Oh my god, the new Maggie Rogers song is out. All right, y'all, it is around 6:15 now. I got out of work a few minutes ago, and I did stop at Wawa to get my emotional support Red Bull and cheesy pretzel. I also picked up this ARC today at work, which I'm really excited about. It's Chain Gang All-Stars. I love getting ARCs from my work. It's actually one of the biggest perks ever. Anyway, I'm gonna head to rehearsal now. It's about a half hour away. I don't know if I'm gonna I might listen to my audiobook. I might just listen to music. Oh my god, Maggie Rogers' new song is so good. All right, but that's all. I'm gonna head there now. Hi. Hello, I am in the middle of putting all my books back on my shelves because I just finished filming a little video. My shelves are in such disarray, like look how messy they are. So I'm very excited to put them all back. Oh, okay. Anyway, I just spent a whole bunch of time filming that video. Now I'm finally going to just relax and start reading my second book, which is Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. It has been 1 day since I finished Fly With Me. Well, I didn't read yesterday, and the day before that is when I finished it. And I think I'm finally ready to move on. This is 369 pages, and the font is very large, so I'm going to start this. I'm very excited. I will, of course, let you know how it goes. Good morning, New York. That was a jokey joke. I'm not in New York. Excuse me. Hello. Good morning. It is Saturday. Last night I started reading Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. I got 100. No. I got like 94 pages in. I just read one chapter this morning and I'm up to page 117. This book is really easy to fly through. I'm really liking it so far. We're following Beth and Gwen. Basically, we're just following them as they're like going to these balls and like trying to be courted. Like that's the whole thing. It's like Beth's mom is, you know, trying to get her a man, and Gwen's dad is doing the same thing. Now notice how they both don't have like the opposite parents. So Beth's dad passed away and he was horrible, so I mean it's for the best. And Gwen's mom, I actually don't remember what happened to Gwen's mom, but she's not there. So anyway, basically Gwen and her dad are like much more like, I don't know, out there for people in the 1800s. Like they're very goofy, they kind of like don't care as much about their reputation. Gwen's dad is very playful and a little promiscuous. It's actually really nice to see in like this kind of story, like a father-daughter relationship that isn't completely toxic. But Beth and her mom, like they don't have like a high title, they don't have a lot of money to give whoever she's gonna get married to for like her dowry and whatnot, so she's more like desperate in that sense. But anyway, Beth goes to the first ball. She has like no friends, and then Gwen approaches her and makes her feel comfortable and is just kind of being her wing woman, except they both just fully bond over the fact that they don't want to even get married. They haven't fully like gotten to the part where the realization kicks in that they want each other, but they're both like pretty much just obsessed with each other. They love hanging out together. Or it's actually really funny because there's no hanging out in this universe, right? In order to see each other, they need to like be so strategic about it, and it's only like when they're frolicking in the park or like they see each other at a ball. It's so funny. Every time I read period pieces, I think so much about how far we've come, because like literally their daily activities were going to parties, right? Going to balls and walking around the park hoping like some man would come up to them and then become their husband. Like that was prime socialization. Now we just like have apps. Like it's really something to contemplate. Like, I'm really loving the girls' friendship so far. I really like how it's progressing. It's more of a slow burn, and you can really see how they're just finding comfort in each other's company, and they can really like see themselves in each other, and that they both really feel the same way about this whole courting situation, and they can really lean on each other in that way. But an interesting part of this plot is that basically both of their parents, when they meet, they realize, the girls, that it's definitely not for the first time. Like they have known each other in the past and there's definitely something there. And then they figure out essentially that they had been together, but Beth's mother, her father, wouldn't let her marry him, so she had to get married to Beth's father, who was a horrible man. So they have that history. So the girls are like, okay, hear me out, what if we get our parents back together? They have a son, okay? And then we don't have to get married. Honestly, genius in my opinion. So that's a huge part of the plot, which is very fun because it's basically the girls scheming together and finding more ways to spend time together. So I'm really excited to see how this story progresses. I like both of the characters a lot so far, especially because Beth is more timid and Gwen is more just like adventurous and loud and lively, and I think they're a really cute match. Today I have to go to work. I'm actually going to go donate my plasma today because I missed it the other day, and then I have work from 4 to closing, and tomorrow I open. So we're doing a little clopen. So I'm planning to read a little more tonight, and then I'll read more after my shift tomorrow. But yeah, that is the plan. It is the 10th. Valentine's Day is slowly approaching, and I feel like since I might finish this a good few days before Valentine's Day, I'm sort of itching to pick up another romance, but we'll see. Hello. I just got back from work and I have some goodies to show you. Well, first things first, let's just check in on Don't Want You Like Your Best Friend. I only read one chapter last night, but it was a pretty lengthy one. I got to page 135. I'm finally getting into the obsessed stage of the book reading experience. Let's just say one of the girls is definitely becoming a little more cognizant of her feelings, and that is making it super interesting because especially during this time period, it really isn't something that she was sitting around thinking about or contemplating. And so it's really interesting now that it's finally at the forefront of her mind what's going on in her brain. Also, the event that propelled these thoughts to emerge is literally the best thing ever. That's all I have to say. It's literally so iconic. I was not expecting it at all. But yeah, so I've been loving that. Okay, I have like a plan, and like I'm gonna explain it to you, but first I want to show you my little haul. Literally all day at work today I was contemplating what I was gonna buy. This is where my mind went. I thought, why don't I get a young adult, because usually young adult books are way easier for me to fly through, and obviously other options, all the other sapphic romance books that are adult I've read. So I went and perused the young adult section as well, and I'll show you what I got. First, as far as manga goes, I got volume 3 and 4 of The Summer You Were There. This is a series I read a little while ago, and when I read it, they only had volumes 1 and 2 out. I was so excited when I saw this recently, and I can't wait to finish it. Then the YA I got, well, first let me explain to you the math I did in my head. I'm hoping to read, I'm like 30% through this right now, so I'm hoping to read like another like 30-ish% tonight and then finish this up tomorrow. But tomorrow's only the 12th. So then I was like, I need a romance book to read on Valentine's Day. So I figured this young adult book I got, which is Honey and Ishu's Guide to Fake Dating, I could read on the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. And maybe I'll finish it by then, maybe I won't, like we'll see. But I've heard nothing but good things about this book ever since it came out, and I've been wanting to read it ever since it came out. I just never got around to it. So now is the perfect time, and I'm so excited about it. So that is all the updates for now. I think I'm just gonna like hop in the shower because I need to like clean off my germs from work, and then I'll probably read a little, edit a little bit, and I really want to like sit around and try and plan my upcoming week because today is Sunday, and planning for me is a form of self-care. Like it helps me with my control issues by being more controlling. Hope y'all understand. Yeah, that's the plan for now. I'm actually like so happy that I got out of work decently early, and I was supposed to have rehearsal tonight, but then I wasn't called. So now I have even more free time than I was expecting. So it's just gonna be so nice to hang around and just be a homebody. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. I'm sitting here. I just had to take a break. I had to take a breather. I just like shed real actual tears over this book right now. I haven't cried during a romance book. Like, I mean, I wasn't like bawling, but a few tears were shed. There were just some, oh, look at Virginia. Girl, sorry, that was my bookmark. The thing is that I seriously was just so moved by an entire scene in this book. Like, I feel feelings, okay? Sue me, God. Things just go so wonderfully so soon. I am a little scared that they're gonna get ripped away from me. I don't know what that's about. But oh my God, literally these past, like, I don't know how many pages I just read. I'm on 192 right now. The past few chapters I just read, wow, I'm literally getting fed some good fucking food right now. I love period pieces. I feel like queer people get like such a advantage over period pieces because there's just no way straight period pieces hit like this. No way. It's actually impossible. This book also sort of has like the feeling of a bit of like a coming of age, because even though they're both like, I think they're 20 or in their 20s, like they're learning so much about themselves now through their relationship towards each other. And I think that's such a beautiful part of the story, as well as like them recognizing their feelings and how beautiful it can be to feel such strong feelings, and that realization of like, oh, I've never felt this way before. This is how it's supposed to feel. There was this one line actually, right here. It goes, "What's never made sense before, how everything has crystallized into this moment, how they should run away right now, forget the balls and boating and parties and just lie beneath trees in the woods like this forever and always." Like, yeah. No, for sure. It's just really enjoyable and heartwarming to see these characters like going through this. Good morning, everyone. It is the 12th, Monday. I've had such a nice morning. I'm so proud of myself. I decided this week I was gonna start working out slightly, and I mentioned this before, like I used to have a pretty unhealthy relationship with working out and food, and I've really been rebuilding my relationship to that within like the past 5 years. But I decided I'm just gonna try and go slow, and today I just like walked for 30 minutes and I did a bit of like weight training, and I just really took it easy, but I feel really proud of myself. I felt really good afterwards. Like I feel like I definitely earn those endorphins. But yeah, so I woke up this morning around like 9 and then got out of bed at like 9:30. Also so proud of myself for that, because like seriously, like a month ago I was waking up at like noon, 1, and it was just so discouraging because it just felt like my days were so short and I didn't have any time to get anything done that I wanted to get done. So I'm waking up slightly earlier. I meditated this morning. I went to the gym. I went to like my apartment's gym, and then I did my dishes. I just showered, and now I'm gonna eat breakfast. Last night I got up to page 239. My plan is to finish this today. Oh my gosh, this is like really like taking a toll on my soul. It is so good. I'm loving it so much, but it's also so heartbreaking. But yeah, I've been loving it so much and I'm so happy about it. Other than that, don't have many plans today. I have rehearsal at 7, but that's really it. Good morning, folks. It is the 13th. I decided to finish this up this morning. It's around 10:30 now. I ended this last night having around 40 pages left, so I just read the last 40 pages and it was just the perfect amount to end on. Oh my gosh, literally everything just came together so wonderfully. This was so good. Like, this was so good. I love how this ended too. I also saw that this author has a second book coming out, and I'm curious if because of how it ended, we're gonna get these characters in the next book as well. But oh my gosh, everything about this was just literally everything to me. I think this is gonna be an easy like 5-star for me. I don't even have words right now. I love the pacing of this. I feel like the pacing of a book can really make or break it. And the way everything was paced out in here was done so well. It was so satisfying and really didn't leave any time for me to be upset with anything. Everything just worked out so perfectly, like even better than I could have asked for. I'm in such a good mood now that I started my day off with this, because this was so amazing. Like, new favorite book of all time. I'm gonna be thinking about this for a while. And just this cover, like, can we please just take a second? Thank you. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Today, I've really been treating myself. I stayed in bed like pretty late and just ate some breakfast. I'm watching YouTube, you know, the routine. But honestly, I kind of have just decided that today is for rotting. I deserve it. I started reading this morning, Honey and Ishu's Guide to Fake Dating. I'm actually really enjoying this so far. I'm always a little apprehensive going into young adult books because they're usually set in high school, and I debate whether or not I'm, you know, really gonna feel connected to the character or not, but I really like both of these characters so far. I'm very interested in the circumstances surrounding them and the fact that they're the only two Bengali girls in their grade, and just how that is for them and how their friends treat them and their community treats them. I think so far it's really good. I think the writing's really easy. I think every kind of concept they're taking on in this book is really well done, especially the fact that both of these girls are queer. One of them's bi, the other girl didn't specify quite yet, but I think it's really interesting how they're going about these conversations with each other and like with their friends and their parents, and like concerning who knows and who doesn't know, and those sort of limits and boundaries that they have in their life. And it's just really easy to read. I feel like I'm flying through this. I just picked it up for a little bit this morning. I'm on page 62. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. It's really like, it's almost like bringing me back a little to like when, because one of the girls' friends are just like so not it. They're just horrible, but it gives that energy of like when you're younger and you have friends that are sort of questionable, or like you just like want to impress or want to keep around even though they're really not the best of friends, and just like that learning curve when you're younger. It's really exploring that whole facet of being a high schooler as well. So yeah, I'm liking this a lot so far. I'm pretty much just gonna binge it all of today. I'm actually currently watching Gabby Reed's romance vlog that she just made, or she just uploaded it, and I was so excited to see her upload. So I'm gonna keep watching and reading and lounging. I'm about to leave for rehearsal. I just got out of the shower, but I've been craving chocolate, and I did grab myself this little Valentine's Day chocolate yesterday, so we're going to rate them. I literally did this last year, so some things never change. Okay, let's see, what's this? I actually ride harder for the orange than some may expect. Okay, next. I just took a big bite of that one, and that was the strawberry one, which I don't really like. Orange is getting 4 out of 5. Strawberry is getting 2 out of 5. The strawberry is just, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Okay, that one's just caramel. Same thing. I'm gonna give those 5 out of 5s. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. Maybe 4.5 because they're not like perfect. Last one. This one is shaped like a heart. That one's more like a truffle. We'll give that a 3. I really like this orange one. I'm like so not in the mood to leave my house right now, but it must be done. But I'll only be gone for like 2.5 hours, and then once I come back I'll make myself a little dinner. I have been reading Hani and Ishu. I've been flying through it. I think I'm at page like 130 at this point, and I honestly just love it so much. I'm enjoying myself thoroughly. It is around 11 p.m. now. I got back a little while ago. I made myself some dinner. I'm gonna sit and watch the Harley Quinn Valentine's Day episode special. I totally forgot about it until just recently, so I'm so excited to watch it. I'm gonna also continue to read Hani and Ishu, but you will get more of my final thoughts on this in my wrap up. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for spending time with me, and I hope you're taking care of yourself this month. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye, friends.